lost their 46 million or purported 46 million of agency fee because they didn't have agency license. You must have worked under someone who is a registered real estate agent for not less than 2 years. The High Court ruled recently, just this year, 2026, that a WhatsApp message or a WhatsApp conversation between you and a landlord is adequate to serve as a contract. And congratulations to the board, because over the last 5 years they have registered more than 3 6 is the year in which you get your EARB license. Because after the Estate Agents Act Cap 533 is reviewed by the Estate Registration Board and the stakeholders of the built environment, it will be very hard for you to get your license. And this is because the section that allows anyone of good conduct to become registered as an estate agent will be amended to only allow those ones that have pursued a degree in real estate to be registered as real estate agents. That's why if you are a competent real estate practitioner, this is your time. And by the way, I don't work for the Estate Registration Board. I'm just a registered license who is concerned and very, very intentional to ensure that these agents, all of us, are registered and are working under the laws of Kenya, Cap 533. And this video will guide you as to how you can become a registered real estate agent and what are the basic requirements. As I said, it is very easy to become registered because you only require one, a good conduct that will cost you about Kenyan shillings 1,050 bob. Only that to get a good conduct. After you get your good conduct, you submit your academic documents, your recommendation letter. By the way, you must have worked under someone who is a registered real estate agent for not less than 2 years, and your recommender has to be in good standing with the Estate Agents Registration Board. This means that their license must be valid as at your time of registration. After you submit your documents, let me just mention the documents slowly because I believe you have the time to watch my video and you're eager to become registered. So what are the documents? Your good conduct that will cost you 1,050 bob. Your recommendation letter from this is the person you've been working under for around 2 years. Your academic papers. Remember I said right now it is open for anyone. Maybe you pursued agriculture, economics, whatnot. You're open to be registered as an agent because we are yet to have the current motion approved by the Senate and the Parliament so that only those who pursued real estate will be registered as agents. Number 3, your CV. Make sure you have written your CV and the current experience, especially the part where you've been working as a real estate agent. And I'm not giving you a Mwakenya or I'm not being a snitch. EARB will ask you questions related to what you've been practicing. So if you practiced as an agent, they'll probably ask you how many sales did you make, what is the selling process of an apartment. And if you've been practicing as a property manager, you'll probably be asked questions related to property management, like how do you calculate service charge? How do you ensure that a building is safe? How do you ensure that the property is kept clean, and all the common areas are clean and free from danger or endangering the lives of those living there. The board is very reasonable, and it is ready to make sure that you get your license. So after you submit your documents, the board sits through your documents, review, and if you have made an error in either your CV, your recommendation letter, they are kind enough to tell you, hey, redo this, or hey, this is the format we need for the recommendation letter. Imagine we have such an accommodating board. After the reviews of the document, the board calls you for an interview. The interviews are conducted for a bulk number of agents because there are so many of us who needs to be registered. And congratulations to the board because over the last 5 years, they have registered more than 3,000 agents. Imagine for a board of 9 members registering more than 3,000 members. That means a lot of agents getting registered in each cohort. And furthermore, they've been doing real estate agents training in different localities in our country. For instance, last year we had Nairobi, Mombasa, and Eldoret. They're trying as much as possible to get to us. And yet we are not getting registered. What is the problem? My people, let us get registered. Anyways, after the board reviews your documents, they call you for an interview where you pay 3,000 or 2,000 depending on the venue of the interview. And after the interview, you wait for, after the interview, you wait for about 2 to 3 weeks to know whether you passed. And after you passed, you'll receive an email from the registrar, currently Madam Abuya. She'll invite you for the induction ceremony, and the induction ceremony takes about 2 to 3 weeks after the congratulations or you have received your invitation message. So you have 2 to 3 weeks to prepare for your induction ceremony. During this time, you are required to pay for the induction ceremony. This will cost you about 3 to 10,000 depending on the venue. Personally, our induction ceremony took place at Kempinski, where we had to part away with 10,000 for the breakfast. And the body invites the ministry or persons related to the practice, such as the CS, Ministry of Housing, or the PS Housing, the PS Land. So anyone related to the industry to be the guest of honor, while all the board members, most of them will avail themselves during the induction ceremony. And you're also required to pay for your certificate. Your certificate will cost you 10,000, and that year's license, your license will cost you 7,000. So you have to part with about 27,000 for that day. Further, you're required now to pay annual license fee of 10,000, annual insurance fee of 10,000. So that comes to around 40,000 as the total cost for registration. But let me tell you why this cost might look big, but it is very paramount. Do you know the persons who sold the JQuat Towers lost their 46 million or purported 46 million of agency fee because they didn't have agency license? And further, the High Court ruled recently, just this year, 2026, that a WhatsApp message or a WhatsApp conversation, you and a landlord, is adequate to serve as a contract between you and the landlord that shows you are entitled to 3% commission or 1 month rent as your commission. But do you know where the catch is? Without estate agent license, you cannot claim your commission if at all the landlord refuses to pay you on grounds that you're not a registered agent. So why lose your 46 million, your 300,000, your 200,000, or even your 1 million? After all the hassle that we do as agents, you see, you have to go for property tours, you have to inspect a property, you have to do a YouTube video, you have to do a TikTok video, Instagram video, Facebook video. You have to post and follow up 100 calls for you to make that one call, only for you to be denied your commission just because you refuse to part ways with your 41,000 to be a registered agent. This is for the common good of all of us and for us to have a common voice. Anything that affects us as agents, if we feel that 3% is oppressive, if we feel that no, the developers are not doing the much that they should be doing for them, for us to have optimal environment, we can only raise a common voice if we are registered and if we are willing to work as a body of registered agents. And by the way, there is a network of registered agents, EANG, that is working to bring together all the registered agents, and Anne Wamboi Gaitha is currently our chair for the body, and she's doing too much to bring us all together, ensuring that we have a common voice and our issues are heard by the government, by the developers, and by all the stakeholders in the real estate industry. That's all for today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you as a registered agent. You can find me via Isaac the Realtor on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Kindly, dear agents, dear viewer, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Isaac the Realtor. Subscribe, show me some love, and watch my next video. Let us get to 1,000 subscribers.